All right. What kind of music do you listen to is a terrible conversation starter, especially if the person asking brings it up with no context or relevance to the existing conversation. Whenever someone asks me when someone asks me it, I've learned to just tell them whatever band or type of music I was just listening to earlier that day/week. The question is on par with when someone asks you, so tell me about yourself.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Disagree.
Hell yeah.
I hate when people ask me this.
I hate it.
What are you trying to get from me? What do you want from me?
I just want to know what kind of music you listen to.
You know what?
None of your goddamn business.
Because I'm curious.
You know what, Joe?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Then that's fine.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Then that's fine. Look, if I start, I'm not going to open a conversation with this, but if we're on the topic of music, then I might talk about it. But I'm not going to open it up being like, so what kind of music? Like out of nowhere, being like, what kind of music do you listen to?
It's like people are like, what kind of TV shows you like? I'm like, what a fucking dumbass question. What a stupid ass. What do you mean? What kind of TV show? Just ask me about a show. You just ask me about a show you're watching.
So
like I think it's like you're being way too broad.
Is it the phrasing?
Yeah, I don't like this question of like asking an entire group of media and being like, what kind of things you like?
Right. So then
I think what a much better question is, what have you been listening to lately?
Okay.
I think if you ask that, you are getting an answer to this question without the person having to feel like they are like telling you broadly their taste. It's like, oh, lately I've been watching this. I've been watching this lately. Oh, but like this thing was like it, so that's where I got into it.
I see.
I think what kind is like a really shitty. Like if I'm like, what kind of foods do you like? You're like, I'm like, I like all foods, bro. What do you mean? Give me I don't know, French fry. No, I don't know, man.
Yeah, okay, that actually makes sense.
What's the best meal you had lately? You'll be like, oh, I had this thing last week.
Yeah, right.
I just think that this kind of question is bad.
Interesting.
So that's why I agree.
Right.
I think talking about music is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now that you say it like that, I am inclined to agree with you on that.
Because how annoyed or like stun-locked do you feel when someone's like what's your favorite movie? It's like, oh my God, dude.
Oh, I mean, I have stored like at least 3 movies that I would throw out there if someone asks me.
Do you actually feel insanely passionate about answering that question and that thing? Or is you just kind of like, I've just got those answers because people ask this?
Well, no, for me, if you phrase a question like, what is your favorite movie? Then 9 times out of 10, the person doesn't actually give a fuck about what the answer is. So I just give them the most like, this is like the surface level stuff. And if you want to further ask me about, say, like why Pulp Fiction is my favorite movie, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, but like asking you what kind of movies do you like is not helpful because I imagine you probably like to watch a wide array of movies.
Yeah, but if someone asked me that, then I would just start listing off my favorite movies.
Right? So the question is bad.
Yeah. I guess it's all about the phrasing.
See, I agree with this, not for the same reasons as Connor. Because I just don't have a personality when it comes to music.
Yeah, likewise. I feel the same way. I feel like every single other media says more about me than my music tastes.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess at least for me, I will only ask this question if I know you have an opinion on music. But but I'm not gonna like open up a conversation with this question because I don't know if you even care about music. I'll ask it if we're getting a topic of music.
Whenever I get asked this question, I'm like, oh, I gotta make up a personality now.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't even know. I'm like, I could say, fuck, I listen to Taylor Swift.
I listened to the same 2 songs for the past 2 months.
Okay.
I just need to know that. Like that. I don't think about it. I just like that song right now and I play it every time I want to play music.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a bad question to ask. I think this is a bad conversation starter. But I think if you're already on the topic of music, then I think this is okay to ask because then I know that you actually care about it.
Yeah.
But opening up with this, yes, I agree. This is a bad start.
Well, I'd say music is like, unlake, let's say something
it's a bit more
specific.
personal in a weird way.
I don't know. I've always treated music a little bit differently. Because it's like some people who have like music taste, like when you ask someone for what is your music taste, right? It's rare that someone ever just says, Billboard Top 100 stuff. Because when you're asking like music taste, it almost seems like, okay, this is your like personality.
Yeah.
You know,
It's usually
Whereas-
like some kind of hyper focused like niche, right?
But when you ask the same thing about movies, for example, a lot of people can take that as just like, oh, I've been watching X or Y recently, and it could be like blockbuster movies. I don't know why in my brain, maybe it's a mental thing, but music just feels a lot more, a lot less general, you know, of a question.
I think, yes, I agree. And that may be due to the fact that maybe the music elitist subculture is more front and center than, say, the movie elitist subculture. But I still don't think if I ask someone, what kind of music do you listen to? And they just start listing off a bunch of songs or albums or whatever artists that they've just been recently listening to.
Yeah.
It still answers my question.
See, here's the problem. Here's my big problem I have with this, right? When people ask me this, I'm like, I don't even know if I like artists. I don't like albums. I just like songs, you know?
That's fine.
So like my playlist is an assortment of just like random ass fucking songs of different genres.
That's cool.
So I don't know how to begin answering this question because I'm like,
I would say start answering this question by saying, I like this song, or I like this song, or I like this song. Just list off a bunch of songs. And then it's up to the person who asked this question to discern whether, you know, how you interpret that, I guess.
But there is no like same passion behind a song. People like artists, you know, people like genres, people like bands.
That's not true. You can be super into a song if you want, because there's a lot of artists out there that, like, you know, I'll be the first to admit to, like, there's a ton of artists out there that I only like maybe one or two songs from. And it doesn't mean that I am a fan of that artist or I hate that artist. It's just that I've only been exposed to these particular songs and I like these particular songs from them. Maybe not the rest of their discography, but
Yeah.
you know, that's still an answer to this question. I like this song. You know, if I asked what kind of music do you like, and you said, oh, I like Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk, I'll be like, cool, that's a great song.
So you're a Daft Punk fan?
No, well, then I might ask, do you listen to Daft Punk? And if they go, no, I just like this song, then I'll be like, okay, fair enough. Because, you know, I'm not here to fucking police how you listen to music. I don't give a fuck. I just want to know what songs or artists or, you know, maybe genres that you like. It's not that deep.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Anyway, it's whatever. This is a bad conversation starter, but I don't think this is a bad question to ask. It completely depends on the conversation, I think, and how you interpret that answer.
All right. Next question. Next take.
Next unpopular opinion. Being late is disgustingly normalized among friends.
Bro, disgusting. What
do you mean? Less
mean
so for work
disgusting?
and such, more so among friends. It seems like most friend groups always have a handful of people who just show up 15 to 30 minutes late to hang out. I find it incredibly disrespectful, mainly when they are consistently late. I think it's more normalized among friends because it's not professional in any way. Whenever I speak up and try to call them out for being consistently late and inconsiderate, it's casually brushed away. I can't fathom the idea of being late to anything, and I'm always apologetic on the rare occasion I am. Kids and buses are a different story. I don't have any friends who have to deal with either. I would understand if this was a reason.
Yeah, who could that be, man? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
All right, well, I'm ready.
All right.
Oh man, this is kind of hard. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weirdly phrased thing, but
Yeah.
I'll try to
All right,
elaborate.
ready?
All
3,
right.
2, 1.
I agree.
Oh, I disagree.
I disagree.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, just so you guys all know, Gone is this person.
Yes, Gone is this
Gone
person.
is the late person.
Yes.
To be fair, there is like different degrees of lateness.
Oh, okay. Are we ranking lateness
We are
now?
ranking lateness now.
Okay.
Because I've had people where I'm like, okay, I thought, you know, 5-10 minutes. I was like, okay, that is within like the range of just like, okay, you know, some people can show up that late, but there are some people that it's like half an hour, and I'm like that.
I
even
think
beyond.
anything beyond 10 minutes is unacceptable.
I agree.
You get 10 minutes. That's
Yes.
like, I think that's fair. I don't care about 10 minutes.
Yeah. And look, if there have been situations, especially in Japan, where say, for example, it's like, okay, everybody meet up at, I don't know, Shibuya, you know, crossing at, let's say, 5 o'clock, you know? If you're going to be late, the most common decency is to
Gotta
just
let
be like,
everyone know.
hey, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be a little bit late. I might show up
you-
at X time.
And
right?
it is not you cannot do that after the time has passed.
Yes.
If it's like 5 and you're like, it's 5, like, sorry, man, give me another 5. You knew 20 minutes ago you were going to be late.
Yes.
You should have set my expectations
Yes.
then.
And if you didn't know, then that just means you were going to be late anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's common courtesy, you know.
But like, you know, occasionally something happens and your friend is like extraordinarily late, and that just happens.
Yes,
you know,
of course.
Occasionally, normally,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, if it's out of their control, like say the train is late or the buses are late or whatever, right? Then I understand. But you know, the common decency is just let them know ahead of time to be like, hey, sorry, you might have to wait a little bit longer. Then I'll be like, okay, cool, that's fine. Now at least I know. But if we're meeting up at 5 and it's 5:20 and I haven't heard from you, then I'll be like, what the fuck?
I think in America, obviously, this is much more of a thing.
Yes.
I think mainly because of car culture. I think car culture adds a lot of variance to travel time in a way that you can't accurately predict. But then I would probably argue that probably would have been better to shift instead of trying to aim to be on time, aim to be early.
Yeah.
And then if you're late, you're hopefully on time.
Yeah.
I mean, in Japan stuff like if you like in business, if you're not there 10 minutes before, you're kind of late.
Yeah, you are late.
You know,
yeah,
you're kind of late.
absolutely.
If you rock up to the appointment at 12, you're late.
I don't see what the demerit is of showing up early to something. It's like some people
Yeah.
are like allergic to showing up early to things. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah,
You can't be that fucking busy.
but then I also think like if it's a party, it's different. The party is a different to
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
the party
yeah.
is different rules.
Yes.
But like if we book a restaurant and it's at 6, I expect you to be there at 6.
Yeah.
6 or 10 latest.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But
Do you think it's disgustingly
normalized? I mean,
normalized?
if that's the part people are disagreeing with, I mean, probably if this is like, I assume an American point of view.
I think that completely depends on who you're friends with. You know,
Yeah.
because most of my friends show up on time.
Again, I think it's because of Japan and Europe.
Yeah, it's disgustingly normalized in Southeast Asia, but
Yeah, but that's because you guys are like too chill.
it depends on the time of day.
Right.
If we meet up at 1 p.m., I'm like, everyone's gonna be on time. If it's at 5 p.m., I'm like, all right, they're either gonna be 1 hour early or 2 hours late.
But this comes with like the flexibility of the culture as well.
Yes.
Like I think like, let's say you have someone who's gonna, I don't know, like build a drain for me in my house. In Japan, they'll show up 10 minutes before, but they'll have chatted with you months in advance to talk about what the problem is to build this drain perfectly.
Right.
And they'll be gone by the time they say they'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't stay any longer.
Yeah.
And if they need to come back, they'll come back or whatever.
Yeah.
In the UK, they might show up 10 minutes late. Hopefully they get it done. Hopefully it's a good job. You know, if they have to stay a little longer, they might stay a little longer. In America,
Yeah.
it's like, it's kind of same, but in Southeast Asia, it feels like they'll show up whenever the fuck, but you'll
Yeah.
have your drain at some point. It'll be done. So don't worry about it. But it'll be done.
Yeah.
It's like you get the end result. When are they gonna show up? I don't know.
It's a gamble.
Yeah. It's just different what's culturally accepted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, I think it is probably normalized among friends. I don't know.
Not my friends.
Yeah, most of my friends show up.
Yeah.
It's only Garnt who's late.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not like 15 to 30 minutes late.
I don't know,
We're fucking
man.
with you. We're fucking with you. No, Garnt isn't that bad.
Yeah.
America is like
I'm
way
just
worse.
bad compared to these two because these two always turn up early.
Well, I feel like a dickhead in America when I show up 10 minutes early and they're 50 minutes late. Because now
Yeah.
like we're off sync 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm stressing out about not
Yeah.
being here on
I
time.
feel like a
Yeah.
moron being like, fuck, why am I here on time when
Well,
no one else
because
is?
I always overcompensate for traffic. So I
Yes.
always end up trying to,
Yes.
fucking shit. So I look like a dickhead. I look like I'm trying too hard. Pathetic.
Yeah.
I always don't compensate enough for traffic, but
We're just too worldly.
we are.
We're just too worldly. We have too many world views.
We know too much about the world.
Yeah.
Sorry for being smart.
Antarctica time. Done a research based Antarctica. Do they show up on time? I don't know. I
Oh,
wonder.
shit.
All right. What's next?
All right,
right.
next. All right. VR is dead and no one wants to admit it. The hype wave came and went, and now we're left with a handful of novelty games that barely justify the hardware. The killer app never arrived. Most VR games are glorified minigames, ports, or gimmicks. Even titles like HL Alex, I don't know what that is.
Half-Life Alex.
Oh, Half-Life Alex. Couldn't push the medium beyond its niche. It's been years and nothing has come close since. AAA support is non-existent and most indie devs have moved on.
All right.
Okay.
Certified unpopular opinion. Okay. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
All right.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
I agree.
Agree.
Wow, and we all have unpopular opinions.
Do you have a VR headset at home?
I do. Yeah. And I've played a lot of VR games.
Okay, but you stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still think there's some really interesting experiences in VR.
Right.
But I think this idea that it was going to become the medium was pretty short-sighted.
Well, they said the same thing about like 3D movies, right? And
Yeah.
that was hot for a while. but
Apple
What
Vision
what
Pro,
about
right?
that used to be a meme, and I haven't seen anyone wearing
No
it
one
now.
wears the Apple Vision
Yeah.
Pro. It's
No.
fucking shit.
No.
I think it was, the technology just isn't there yet. I think that's the sad truth is that like, yeah, we can kind of make these cool experiences.
Is it the technology?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's seamless enough.
Well,
I
as
think-
someone who's tried the Apple Vision Pro before, it's a really fucking cool experience. But I just don't want this thing hanging off my face while I do it.
Yeah, no matter what,
It's
VR
just-
is just not casual enough. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel casual enough.
No.
It's every time it's I've done VR, it's always been mostly for streams or like I've never casually VR gamed.
No,
you know?
me neither.
No, because it's not a casual experience. Wearing
Yeah.
those headsets is uncomfortable, and you have to charge them. It's annoying. Like using VR, like the higher end VR, especially. These people are very dedicated who spend all their time on VR chat.
Yeah.
But it's really fucking cumbersome to have to actually set all this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is a
And
pain
then
in the
I feel
ass.
the wires tugging on my back. So every time I never feel like I'm in the game.
No.
Everything about it is uncomfortable to do. And I think that is a thing just because the technology just is not there.
Yeah.
Would it become more of a genre? I think so if the technology was better, but I don't think, at least in our lifetime, it'll ever be better than it'll ever be more popular than just gaming on a console.
Yeah,
Or
it's not
Yeah.
pick up and play enough to justify it sticking around or like people doing stuff with it, because it's like, unlike a mobile game or maybe like even a PC game, it's so much less of a hassle and less effort to just like hop on and do it. Whereas like VR headsets, the setup takes fucking forever. The games are limited, and then even then, a lot of people, including myself, can't do it for that long because you either start to get sick or sweaty or both.
I mean, you're looking at a screen at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And the difference is the screen's either there or right here.
Yeah.
And I think you're also never going to get all the sensors that are really necessary.
No.
I think it was silly to think that it was ever going to replace gaming, at least in the short term. I mean, who knows where the technology might be in 100 years, but I don't think in our lifetime it'll ever be more popular than just putting a fucking screen in front of you and doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the thing is that also the barrier of entry is just really high as
That's
well.
expensive.
Much higher than just a usual thing like buying a TV or even just getting a game console, because you need a good PC to run it a lot of the times.
Yep.
But there are more casual VR headsets right now, like the Facebook ones.
Yeah, but I also think that it's a sign of bad times if VR is popular.
Yeah.
Because
well,
I
people are
think
trying to escape.
No, I think it's kind of like if you can't even stomach being in your own room,
Yeah.
you need to be in this fucking headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad omen if VR becomes more popular. I think it is a telling thing that people cannot even dare to
Like
have a
real life is
peripheral
too boring for you.
of their real life.
In fact,
Yeah.
I think the biggest barrier of entry isn't even the technology. It's just space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space is a big thing because
Well, that's why the Meta one was so popular, because it required no space. The idea was that you could do everything just sitting. And
Yeah.
on this headset, but
I don't know. It's just sitting VR. I've done it and it feels
Yeah.
weird, because I'm like,
Because I still know I'm sitting on my couch in the living room.
yeah, right.
Like
Yeah,
the couch
and-
doesn't magically disappear, and I'm like, oh, in another world. Like,
it's just not. It's not good.
nah.
VR is just kind of. I mean, so I think it is dead, but I think it comes in waves. I think people get excited about it as the technology gets better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure 5-10 years there'll be some new device that really revolutionizes it, makes it more accessible, and more people get into it. But I don't think for a long time it's going to ever replace what we're currently doing. Even like people are like AR's fucking shit.
Yeah, AR is shit.
They've been trying to make it work for years now. It looks shit still. Like the devices just aren't powerful enough yet.
Yep.
Like for it to be remotely compelling. Like the most use that we've gotten out of AR is the fucking dancing hot dog memes or these stupid little AR things. It's not very good.
Which, you know what? I do love that little guy, but
Yeah, and even like when it's like measure your home, see if this thing fits. Half the time it looks like shit, and I don't
and
even
it's
get-
usually wrong.
and it's not right. I don't really get a sense of it in my room. I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's true.
I should just fucking learn how to have more critical thinking on how a shape might fit in my room.
I think the only like AR thing that I've maybe like consistently used is like the tape measure app on my phone.
Yeah.
Just
It's
because it's
not
like if I
bad.
can't, it's not bad, but like and it works if I can't
You
find my
only
tape
use
measure.
it when you don't have a tape
Yes,
measure.
Yeah, but-
it's the last resort.
And it's
if I
crazy
don't have
because a tape measure is a very, very useful tool. Probably
Yeah.
one of the ones you use most out of any tool
Yeah.
in your house normally. So just fucking get a tape measure. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
You can actually just put it down and exactly see the exact measurements.
Yep,
It's
yep.
so good. Because every time I've used the phone one, I'm always like, I think it's off a couple of centimeters. And I can't
it
trust
usually
it.
is, yeah.
And I can't trust it to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to fucking, you know what the tape measure doesn't ask me to do? It doesn't ask me to fucking scan my environment, to give Apple a fucking 3D render of my room.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I just
Yeah.
want to fucking pull up the measure and do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
And in Japan, I love it. Because Japan, so many of these stores will be like, do you want a tape measure? If you only want to measure something, they always have measures. And I love that the Japan is weirdly, seen as a techno place, but they're very, very retro and analog. They'll
Definitely.
always have these tools ready for you. It's great. I love it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Clankers.
Can't wait for the TikTok trend where it's like, why Japan is living in 1980.
yeah.
It's just all the analog
The
stuff.
retro haven that is Japan.
Yeah, imagine,
Well,
man.
I think Japan is in the past in a lot of ways, but I think it's also kind of done a good job in a weird way of trying to incorporate more thoughtful tech that actually is more impactful.
Yes.
But they've also just tried to integrate shit that is completely dog shit.
Yes.
Yep.
And for somehow they haven't gotten websites right, and it's been what 20 years, 30 years since we've
30
had
years,
website
yeah.
UI design. Like it is kind of shocking how UI is still absolute dog shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
But yeah, VR is dead.